It is now one day after Clash of Champions pay-per-view. Now, this pay-per-view brought up a few questions, such as Zelina Vega. Is she now a wrestler? Is she going to keep going after the title? Is she a main event women's wrestler now? Also, Angel Garza. Is he injured? What's the deal with that? Well, all those questions will be answered inside of this episode with a lot more of juicy rumors, so stay tuned for all that goodness. So the first rumor is about Zelina Vega. So Zelina Vega, what is the plan for her? Is she going to continue to be a women's wrestler and stuff like that? Well, obviously, hopefully, if you followed her career at all, Zelina Vega she's been a wrestler for a little while. She actually knows what she's doing inside of the ring. She may have not had too many matches inside of the WWE, so she may not be accustomed to the WWE style, but nonetheless, she is a good wrestler. She does know how to wrestle. So, what is the plan going forward? Well, the rumor is that at Hell in a Cell, she's going to, have another match with Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. So that is the current plan. Zelina Vega is not going back to managing or anything. She's a legitimate wrestler, and she's going to keep going after the Raw Women's Championship and Asuka, starting, I guess, another match at Hell in a Cell. Okay, the next rumor is about Jimmy Uso. So, for those that don't know or are confused or something, Jimmy Uso is not the Uso that faced Roman last night. That was his brother Jay. They're twins. They're kind of hard to tell apart. I mean, if you know what you're looking for, you can tell them apart. But they're twins, so they do look quite close. But basically, guys, Jimmy Uso is the injured Uso. Now, what actually happened to him, if you don't know, he tore his ACL. It happened during the WrestleMania 36 ladder match, so that's why he's injured. Now, as for a timetable, that's what this rumor is. What is the timetable for a return to have both Usos cleared at the same time? Well, Jimmy's timetable for a return right now is looking around January, maybe February. So he's definitely going to be back in time for WrestleMania 37. But yeah, that's his timetable. And he's doing good on the recovery, I've heard so far. So yeah, January, February, that is when Jimmy Uso will be returning. Okay, the next rumor. The next rumor is a very, very big one. So it's about the Clash of Champions changes. If you didn't notice, which I don't know how you wouldn't notice. I mean, they announced it on the show. They announced it before the show. So basically, there were some canceled matches last night, which is something that doesn't usually happen on a WWE pay-per-view that much. But Nia Jax was not wrestling. They said Nia Jax was not cleared to wrestle. Neither was Shayna Baszler, her tag team partner. And unrelated, neither was Nikki Cross. She was not cleared. She was actually having a title match against Bayley originally scheduled. I mean, obviously they changed that at the last minute. They had Asuka and Bayley for absolutely no reason, which kind of set up like Sasha Banks, and I don't know what they're doing with Sasha Banks. I don't have a lot of information about that right now. But anyway, guys, the actual rumor here, the reason Shayna wasn't on, the reason Nia wasn't on, the reason Nikki Cross weren't on, I actually can't say the word, but we know what I'm talking about here. They have been exposed to, I like to refer to it as simply it. They have been exposed to it. Now, it doesn't mean they have it, but they've been exposed to it. So WWE are taking all the safety precautions when it comes to it. So yeah, that's why they were not on the show. I guess they have to get tested and everything, and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's why they were on the show. They were taking proper safety precautions and whatever. They were exposed to it, all three of them. I don't know by the same source or if it was by just an odd chance or something. But that's why they were rumored not to be on the show, but I'm sure they're going to have some storyline reason, and the reason, I guess, is going to be revealed tonight, but it's not going to be like they're not going to say the real reason, which then again, this is a rumor, so we don't know if it's a real reason. So it's kind of a brain twist, but if you can wrap your mind around it, it could be it, or it could not be it, but that's the current rumor is the reason they were not on the show. Okay, the next rumor. The next rumor is about Randy Orton. So Randy Orton was in, the WWE Championship match. Unfortunately, he did not win the match, and he kind of got what was coming to him by all the legends, and he got super kicked off a freaking top of the ambulance and everything. It was a very good match, but here's the question, guys. There's a question after this match. That's two matches Randy's had for the championship, and he shouldn't even really had another one after the first one if he had no reason, because it's not like he won the title and Drew got a rematch or something. Not really a reason why they did a second one. But anyway, question here is, what is happening to Randy Orton now? Is this kind of his way to be written off TV for a while so he can have a bit of a break or anything? Well, the answer to that, the rumored answer to that is absolutely not. They actually have a lot of plans for Randy Orton. He's not going anywhere, and they have a lot of big plans for him. I don't know if they're going to keep going after Drew for the title. I would imagine at this point he would go do something else, but apparently they do have plans in place for what's happening to Randy now. So Randy's not going nowhere. He's just going to pop right back up, and he's going to keep doing you know, his Randy stuff. Look at the next rumor. The next rumor is about Angel Garza. So there is a rumor right now, or I mean, it was pretty obvious during the show, that Garza got some kind of Garza got some kind of like injury, like it looked like a leg injury or something. And you know, as they dig deeper into it, they realize no, it's actually his hip. He's having issues with his hip. He has some type of hip injury. But you know, it looked quite bad on his leg and everything. Everyone thought it was going to be horrible, but apparently it's not as bad as they originally thought. So it's just like a hip injury, and he should be okay, I would guess, in a few weeks. So it's nothing giant. So I mean, like disaster avoided here. So he's gonna be okay. But yeah, it was a scary moment. We thought like something was gonna be really wrong with him, and he would be out of action for like months or something crazy. But anyway, the fact of the matter is Angel Garza has a minor, you know, hip injury, and he's gonna be okay within a few weeks at the most, maybe like a month. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final rumor I have for this episode of the WWE Rumors Talk Show, it is about Lacey Evans. So Lacey Evans is, you know, a name. She's really only been on the main roster. It feels longer, but it's only been really about a year. And you know, she's had a lot of opportunities for the title in that year. She's done a lot of cool things. She's got over with the crowd a lot. She has a lot of fans and supporters now that she didn't have before she debuted on the main roster. So arguably one of the most popular women's wrestlers, and you know, the crowd loves her and just loves her gimmick or whatever. Why hasn't she won the title? You would think by now, with all this popularity she's gained, she should have won the title by now. You know, they would have enough belief in her to give her the championship, but apparently that's not. So I don't know when, but at some point Vince McMahon, which is the person who makes all the decisions regarding with who gets the titles and everything, has kind of given up on Lacey. That's the rumor right now. Lacey Evans, Vince McMahon is giving up on her. So yeah, I don't know necessarily how I feel about that. I mean, I'm a big fan of Lacey. I'm a big supporter of Lacey. I honestly think she should have got the title, if not like 2 or 3 times by now, at least once, but that has not been the case, and Vince McMahon has apparently given up on her. He was like pushing her to the moon for quite a while, and then something changed. I mean, she's not really a full-blown heel anymore, and I think that's kind of damaging to her character, because she is a heel. That's the character she has and the character she needs. That's the gimmick she has, works the best. She's a heel, she needs to stay a heel, she needs to get the title, but apparently Vince saw something that he doesn't like in her, and he doesn't want to push her anymore. So she's not in the title picture. This doesn't mean she's never going to win the title or anything. Just right now, Vince has changed his mind about pushing her and giving her the title right now. So who knows what will happen in the future? We will just have to wait and see. So that's going to do it for this episode of the WWE Rumors Talk Show. I'm going to leave some links here for you guys to check out. I'll leave a link to a previous video, as well as a button that you can subscribe to the channel if you're brand new here. Also turn on push notifications, but that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.